So this is the robotic arm we have designed in SolidWorks. But do you know, the first robotic arm was designed by George Devol in 1961. It was created to handle dangerous or repetitive jobs in factories, taking over tasks that were risky or slow for humans. Since then, robotic arms have come a long way. Today they are used in factories, surgeries, space missions and more, making work faster, safer and very precise. So hello everyone, welcome to 4 Dimensions Infotech. This is Sagar. In this video, we are going to show you how we have designed robotic arm and how it works. So this video will be helpful for students learning robotics or engineering, and also for the professionals who want to understand robotic arm design and applications. So if you want to learn more about robotics and practical designs, subscribe to our channel and let's get started. So we'll start with the base plate. First we are going to select the top plane, and here we are going to make one circle with the diameter of circle 555. Say OK. Say exit workbench, and now we are going to make it extrude by 10 mm. Say OK again. And now here we need to make a hole. Clearance hole we are going to take. So select the third number type. After selecting the type, we are going to select the standard as ISO. Next we need to select the type of hole as screw clearance. Now we are going to say size here as, we are going to take size as M10. And here end condition we are going to keep it up to next. Say OK. For position we are going to select the face, and we are going to place 4 holes here. First, second, third, and this one will be the last hole. We need to provide the dimensions now. So here the upper dimension we are going to take here as 182 horizontal. Next, center to center distance we are going to take it here as 364. Before that we'll place this hole vertical. So here the value we are going to take as 190. Select this hole and hole again, and here we are going to put the value as 380. Now for the remaining hole, make it horizontal. Here we are going to make them vertical. These 2 bottom side holes we are going to make them horizontal, and this bottom side and upper hole we are going to make it vertical. Now after placing it, say OK and finish. Here one plate, a base plate has been made with holes. We are going to save this part as part 1. Now we are going to go for second part, selected top plane, and we are going to go for center rectangle. Here in rectangle we are going to provide the dimension as 400 mm vertical and 384 mm horizontal. Say exit workbench. We are going to make it extrude by 50 mm. Say OK. Next we are going to add the fillet here. So for adding the fillet, we are going to select the value as 50 and select the corners. Select all the 4 corners, say OK. So we are going to make revolve command. Select the front plane. Here we are going to add one sketch. We are going to make one T-shape profile, half T-shape profile. This vertical line, then side, then again don't go downside, and here we are going to close this sketch. We are going to provide the dimensions now. So this dimension here we are going to take for the upper horizontal distance as 160 mm. This flange size we are going to take here as 20 mm, and this vertical height we are going to take total as 220 mm. This horizontal last distance we are going to take it as 130 mm, and then we are going to make it revolve. So revolve was 360 degrees, and here we have this upper feature being made by revolve command. Next we are going to add one extrude cut. Select this face, top face, and now we are going to make one circle. Provide the dimension here. We are going to take this diameter as 200 mm. Say exit, and now we have this extrude cut been made. We'll take this depth as 200 mm. We can see the part. Say OK, and now we are going to make one more feature here. For that we are going to select the bottom side. Say hidden lines visible, so as to see these circles here which are being made upper side, and now we are going to say this mid circle as convert entities. Say OK. Next we are going to add one line. Make this line symmetric, and we are going to take this distance as 200 mm. For symmetricity we are going to match the center point and midpoint. Make it horizontal. Next we are going to provide the horizontal distance here as 244 mm. Make one more line connecting the circle. On the other side also we are going to connect this line with the circle. Next we are going to trim the extra circle here. Now say exit workbench and we are going to say boss extrude. Make it little bit offset from the start point. We'll take this offset distance for the start as 80 and we are going to make it extrude by 140 mm. We'll change the direction here for the offset to start. Again the direction for extrusion also and say OK. Next we are going to say extrude cut and we are going to make one more profile here with 3 lines and 1 arc. So these 3 lines have been added. Now we need to add 3-point arc here. Make this vertical points relation. Next we are going to go for 3-point arc. Select these 2 points and the third point at the center, little bit incline. Now we have to put the value here for the start point of the arc as 37 mm. Next we want to put the radius. So the radius we are going to take here as 230 mm. Now this sketch is fully defined. We are going to say exit workbench and we are going to make one small cut, extrude cut with limited distance that will be of 15 mm. Say OK and finish. Now next, as we have completed these features, we are going to go for fillet command now. For fillet, we are going to select one edge and there are multiple types of fillets which can be applied. We are going to select this one as between right feature of 16 edges. Select this feature and all the 16 edges are been selected with the same size of fillet. Say it OK. After making this fillet, you can see here, we are going to select hole wizard now. And in hole wizard, we are going to select the third type, say screw clearance. Go for the position and select the face. The bottom parts, upper face. And here we are going to make this holes placed with the same size of M10 only. Make them constrained by adding these distances here, say vertical 20. And from the horizontal reference, we are going to take this distance here as 40 mm. Double click, we are going to edit this distance and we are going to say it as 30 mm or say 40 only. Now we are going to take some relations. Select this point and make them horizontal. Select this point and the upper point also and we are going to make them also as vertical. Select these 2 points upper sides and say horizontal. Now for the both left side holes, we are going to make them position by 40 by 40 only. Select the bottom side hole also and make them position as 40 mm. Next say OK. Say isometric and we are going to go for the new part now. Select front plane and make 2 circles here. So we are going to make 2 circles with the diameters of 260, the first one, and the internal circle we are going to take here the diameter as 150 mm. Now we are making this new part again. We are going to make it extrude, say boss extrude by 180 mm. Say mid plane and say OK again. Again we are going to go for boss extrude. We are going to select the front plane here and we are going to make one more profile that will be the base for this cylinder. So on horizontal line we provide this dimension here as 220 mm. We'll make it symmetric with the origin. So we are going to select this midpoint of the line and origin, select them and say vertical. Now put up the distance for this horizontal line from the center. Select smart dimension. We are going to select this line and origin and put up the value here as 200 mm. Say OK. Now we are going to select convert entities and make this circle convert. Again select one more line and intersect this circle here. Go for the other side also in same way. After connecting this line to circles, we are going to make the other circle trim, other side of the circle trim. Say exit workbench and we have this close profile being extruded by the mid plane. Put this value here as 160 mm. Say OK. And now say features, we are going to select extrude boss again. Select the bottom side of this extrude. Go for the circle command. We are going to make one base for the circle. Using the circle, we are going to make one base. That circle diameter will be 320 mm. Say exit workbench. Now we are going to make it extrude at one side only. So we will cancel mid plane and say blind. We are going to take this value here as 16 mm. Say OK again. Next, again say extrude. Select the bottom face of the circular disc. We are going to make one more circle here. We provide this dimension here as 200 mm. Say exit workbench We are going to make it extrude by 16 mm. We'll change the value a little bit. We'll take it 120 mm. Say OK. Next we are going to go for fillet command. Select the radius as 8 and select the type here as first one. So all the edges of this corner are been selected and radius by 8 mm. Now select the extrude command and select the right plane. We are going to make one circle here. We are going to make this other part. We are making this other part now. Both these circles we are going to provide the diameters, say 150 and 100 mm. Put the center to center distance here as 500 mm. Select the center points of both the circles and make them vertical. Say exit workbench. And now we are going to go for extrude with mid plane. Say this value here as 180 mm. Say OK and finish. Next we are going to say extrude boss. Select the right plane. Here we are going to select the center rectangle. Make this rectangle and then we are going to make this center point of the rectangle vertical with the origin. Provide the dimensions required for the rectangle to define. Say 100 mm. And here we are going to put this two sides as equal relation. Also provide the dimension from upper side to the rectangle upper head. Say this length as 180 mm. Say exit workbench now. Now we are going to say extrude by mid plane only. And we are going to put this value here as 160 mm. Say OK and finish. Now we are going to select the edit sketch. We need to make fillets on these rectangles now. I am going to edit this sketch and remove the fillet. You can either do it by 2D sketch editing or else you can provide the 3D fillets also there. I have just edited this sketch. Next we need to say sketch to the front plane. Here we are going to make one more rectangle with center reference. Make it aligned by the center of the earlier edge and now at vertical relation also here with the rectangle. We need to provide 120 as this length. And this length for the rectangle will keep it equal. Again say exit workbench. And by blind we are going to make this extrude by 10 mm and say OK. Next we are going to mirror this extrude here. So for mirroring I am going to select the mirror command, select the plane required and select the feature to be mirrored. Say OK and finish. Next we are going to say extrude, select the circular cylinder. Make one circle also here. Same on the bottom side cylinder. Now we have made two circles. What dimensions required? So here the dimension will be 150 mm for this circle and for the bottom side circle we are going to take this value here as 250 mm. Select the first point and make one line. Again one more line with the tangent arc. Just check whether the line is coming tangent to the circle or not. After that we are going to go for 3-point arc. And from the bottom side circle to this line we are going to make one more arc. That arc should also come tangent only. So make it this line align and then go for the arc. So this arc will be tangent to line as well as the bottom side circle. Same on the other side we are going to do. We are going to make tangent arc on here also and this side also. Make them equal in length lines and as well as arcs. Both should be equal in length and radius. Next we are going to make this circle tangent with the arc. Same on the other side. Tangents are compulsory. Now to define we are going to make and give one angle here. To define the sketch, I set this angle as 6.84 degrees and here we are going to provide one radius for this value. So the arcs and lines are being made tangent. Extra entities we are going to trim here. Say OK and finish. Now exit sketch and go for extrude boss. So while making it extrude boss we are going to take this value here as 20 mm. Say OK. Next select the extrude boss, select the front face and again go for the offset entities command. Whatever edge profile is there we are going to make it offset by 20 mm with the inner side. Say OK. Say exit workbench and now we are going to make it extrude. Say OK by 20 mm only. Next we are going to provide fillets. So I am going to select one edge and the chain selection will take place as tangency is on. Now we are going to mirror all the things we have made here. Select the mid plane as right plane and select the features which we want to mirror. So boss extrude, fillet. Say OK and finish. Now we can see that this part has been made. We are going to take another part Select the right plane and we are going to make one center rectangle here. So for the center rectangle, we are going to provide these values here as 140 mm. Say exit workbench. Next, we are going to say it extrude by adding the value of 240 mm. We are going to select the front face and make sketch, making it circle here. The size we are going to take here is of 180 mm. Sorry, 130 mm. Next, we are going to say exit and extrude boss. The end condition is being kept as blind and we are going to extrude it by 50 mm at the front side. Say OK and finish. Next, again one more extrude we are going to take here. Select one centers and circle. Provide the dimension required. I'm going to say this diameter as 140. Say exit workbench. Now we are going to make it extrude by 10 mm only. One more circle, selecting the front face. This time the value we are going to take here is of 130 mm. Say exit workbench and one more extrude of 20 mm. So we have made 3 extrudes here. Again one more extrude we are going to take at the front plane. So we are going to make one sketch for the extrude command. I'm going to select the line. Next we are going to draw this line here. On the other side also take one arc, making it tangent with the line. So I'll center line the line with the origin. And here we are going to make this line coincide with the shaft. So putting this diameter value as 150 mm. And this length we are going to take here is of 200 mm. Say exit workbench. And we are going to make it extrude by mid plane only. The value we are going to take here is of 140 mm. Say OK and finish. Now again one more extrude. Select the front plane. Make one circle here. One more circle. I will provide the center to the center distance from one end to the circle as 427 by 46. Next, this vertical height we are going to take here is 220 mm. The inner diameter of the circle we are going to take is 100 mm. 77.5. This was radius, so I have multiplied it by 2 and the diameter will come as 155. Make one more line that will be tangent from the end body to the circle. One more line from the quadrant to the body. Make the inner circle trim. Close the entity by one more line by making it horizontal. Say exit workbench. And now here we are going to make it extrude. So extrusion size we are going to take here is of 160 mm. Say OK and finish. Next we are going to make one extrude cut here. I am going to select one face, top face. We are going to make one more profile here. I take this as corner rectangle and provide the dimensions for this rectangle now. So the distance from the end of the block to the rectangle is going to be 420. And at the front side, the rectangle width is going to be 100 mm. Make the center point align with the origin by horizontal relation. We are going to make this line collinear. Say exit workbench. Say extrude cut up to next. And here we can see the cut has been made. Now select this face and we are going to make one more circle here. Select this as a center point and make this circle. Provide the diameter. So diameter we are going to take it is 100 mm. Say exit workbench. Now say boss extrude by up to surface and we are going to make this extrude till up to this surface here. Now we are going to take one fillet. Select the corners here and provide this fillet here also with the same size of 10 mm. Later we can change the values here. Select all the required edges to be filleted. Next select these edges also here, backside edges, and here we are going to provide the value of 15 mm on this cubical part also. So we are going to make fillet on this part also. Select the face or edges as required. I am going to select the edges here. Say OK and finish. Now select the fillet, say edit feature. We are going to select this edge also here. Say OK. We'll go for the next part now. Select the front plane and we are going to make one circle here. We are going to keep this diameter as 100. Next we are going to make one more circle here. Say this diameter here as 130. Select one line. Make this line symmetric with the reference of the center. First we'll provide the length for this line as 80 mm. Then we are going to select the midpoint and center point of the origin. Say horizontal. Next, we are going to provide the dimension from the center reference. For this line, we are going to say it as 80 mm. Next, we are going to select this line and connect it with circle. Same on the other side. Make this line tangent on both the sides now. Next, trim the extra entities. Say exit workbench. We are going to make it extrude. Say mid plane. The extrusion value we are going to take here is 100 mm and say OK. Next, we are going to select extrude command again and we are going to select right plane. Make one circle here. Put up the value for the circle as 90 mm. Say exit workbench. Make this circle extrude now by taking it blind and saying offset from the sketch. Put the value for the offset from the sketch as 120 mm front side. And here the direction up to next. Say OK. Select the first face of the circular cylinder. Make one circle. Put the diameter value here as 60 mm. Say exit workbench. Say blind as end condition and put up the value here as 25. So extrude cut of 25 has been made. Next part we are going to select front plane. And here we are going to make one line. One more line vertical. We need to make one close profile here. We'll make one arc here. Take the center point of this arc upon the line. Select both the lines and say collinear. Put up the value for this profile and we are going to make it revolve boss. So I'm going to say 30 mm. But this radius we are going to take 45, so the diameter will be 90. This height of vertical will take 25. This vertical height other one 20. And the next vertical line we are going to take as 10 mm. Say exit workbench and go for the revolve boss. Select the axis or revolution and say OK. Here we can see this part has been made. Select extrude command and select the front view. Make one center line here. Now we are going to make the tones for this profile. So I'm going to make this as a height of 50 mm for this line, inclined line. This horizontal distance we are going to take 35. One more line. These lines we are going to make for making a tongue profile. That is the holding device. So here the length is given as 103 for the vertical and horizontal we are going to take for the second line as 28. Next we are going to make one more line here. This will be end tip of this tongue. So here the height we are going to take here as 40 mm and the horizontal distance for this line we are going to take as 25. Now for closing, we will start it from the second side. We will make one line, the other line, the third line. Make it close by this line now. Put up the values to define the profile completely as a constraint sketch. Say 24. The other line we are going to take as 22. Horizontal distance we are going to take here as 9 mm. Now for the other line, this angle we are going to take here as 4 degrees. Next, for this line the angle we are going to take it is 45 degrees. Put up the length for this line also, say 98 mm. Now this profile is completely constrained. We are going to say exit workbench and we are going to say boss extrude. So the thickness we are going to take for this extrude here is 9 mm and say OK. When one tongue has been made, we are going to select this face, front face. We are going to add some holes here. For that we are going to make some circles. We can also use hole wizard for adding these holes. I am taking sketch. So the vertical height for the first hole at the upper side we are going to take 182. And for the horizontal distance we are going to put up the value here as 35. Diameter for this hole we are going to take 6. The other diameter for the second hole is 9. This vertical height we are going to take here as 150 mm. Next, origin, and this center we are going to take here as horizontal distance for this value as 41. And for the third circle, the height we are going to take 113 mm. This diameter we are going to take 12.5. The horizontal distance for the third hole we are going to take here as 47. Say exit workbench after defining all the hole positions. Now we are going to say cut extrude. Say OK. After making this cut extrude, this tongue is completed. Now we are going to make it circular pattern by 3 entities. Select the reference edge, put up the value, select the feature you want to pattern. I'm going to select this boss extrude and say OK. So number of tongues here are 3. We are going to go for assembly. Select the first part. This was the bottom side disc. The second part is the mid body. Provide the made here as this bottom face made with the upper face of the disc. Say coincide. And we are going to match the holes also here. This M10 holes. Say concentric. Next, the other hole also we are going to match it here. Say concentric. Next, say OK. We'll arrange it isometric view and put the other component in here. Make this component concentric with the first one mid body. Move it little bit upper side now. Say OK. Insert components. We are going to take the other component. We need to make mate. Select the advanced mates. We are going to say width mate here to align it at the center from this other part reference. So here width mate has been applied for this part. Go to standard mate and say concentric now. Say OK. So the mid body of this robotic arm has been assembling here. Make this part concentric. Select width mate. Again apply the width mate with the side references of the two faces and the other part two faces. Making it at the center aligned position. Say OK. Next we need to put this part here. Say advanced mates. Say width mate. Select the two other faces. Now we can see this has been made center aligned. Next go for concentricity here. Say OK. So almost 80% of the part are been assembled. Last one. This part we are going to make it assemble. Say this part concentric with this hole. Now select this flat face as well as the inner side flat face. Making it coincide. Say OK. Now this arm body has been completely assembled. We are going to apply some appearances here. For the base, we are going to make one color, that is red one. For this body base part, change the color here. Say yellow. Say OK. For this mid one body, take this color as sky blue. Say OK. So appearances are very necessary to differentiate the part. Next we are going to select this other part and select the color as pink. Say OK. Next part we are going to select this arm body. Make this appearance here as stream color. Say OK. Now this part, apply blue color here. Say OK. And lastly this part. Select the appearance. We'll take this appearance here as gray color. Say OK. Now in design library, we are going to go for toolbox and here we are going to select the standard first. I'm going to select ISO standard. Go for the bolts, hexa bolts. Select hexa bolt structural and here we are going to select 4016 ISO. We'll take this size as M10. Actually we would have made a little bit larger size for the hole and bolts would have also been larger. But now for the purpose of practice we can take M10 also here. But actual purpose we need to take larger size bolts here. Next we are going to go for mate and apply this mate as concentricity between bolt and hole for placing the bolts properly. Flip the alignment of the bolt here. Say OK. Now this bottom face, washer face, we are going to connect with the base part face. Say OK. Now we are going to go for patterns. Select the linear component pattern here. For the direction references, we'll select the edge here for the direction. For the second direction, this second edge. And now components to pattern, we are going to select this M10 bolt, hexa bolt. Put up the center to center distance here. We are going to take this value as 320, as we have measured this value earlier only. And for the second value, we are going to take this value as 304. Number of entities on both sides, we are going to take 2. So total number of bolts are 4 here. We can see them here. We can see this rotational movement between these two parts. This movement also for the arm, moving it inclined from the vertical orientation. And for this arm also, we can see the interchangeable movement between these two parts. Yes, between these two parts also there will be a movement. So if I increase or decrease the angle, we can see here. And lastly, this arm, we have not make this concentricity lock, so it is rotating. You can see the movement. This way we can make it incline, rotational, as well as the upper arm also we can make it incline or rotational. So it is very flexible movement here. All the parts are moving with reference to each other.